Hello guys, today we're playing Doki Doki Literature Club, but this time it's different. I'm playing on PC. I'm not gonna play on that sloppy phone anymore. Let's just get started. Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Red Furby. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. It's like the same one from that part one without Sayori. So let me guess. You're Monika's new boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparable, more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Red Furby in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great?
Wait, Monica! Did I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know.
Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Red Furby? Yo, am I too close to the mic or what? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks up to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival and much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well,
I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Huh? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Red Furby, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Hold on. My bad. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Yeah, not much of a reader. Well, that can change. Water bottles are like one of the best things that you can drink right now. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Bro, this volume, I gotta turn this down. Like right here. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Are we gonna do the same thing over and over again until like somebody's gonna die? Either Natsuki, Mana. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? No. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Shoot. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. You know that one sticker? The guy talking about... Oh, okay. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It's just your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just Natsuki's eyes started over to me for a split second. Oh. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. Give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Huh? Well, I guess sometimes. What do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing at that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Hold on, I got a burp real quick. Yuri looked quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, not referee? Hold on, there's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forward with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. Decision? Wait, is it decision or decisions? Because I just... okay, whatever. I still have other clubs to look at and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, but, I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Red Furby. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. I've been trying really hard to find new members. What happened to Sayori, bro? And if we don't find one more before the festival? Well, we all know what happened to Sayori, but like... It's like the same story but without her. If we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I'd feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Bro, this MC is like... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, right, Furby? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Right, Furby, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. For B, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. Guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. We're all choosing Yuri. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yeah. What? I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. Do I score or like... Okay. I don't know what just happened. Despise? Okay. Massacre. Dark. Tragedy. Extreme. Desire. What was that? Misery. I miss the god of misery. Cage. Hurt. Now clumsy. Melody, friends, mirrors. Jump. Whisper. Oh my gosh. Unstable. Boop, nibble, poof. Romance? Nah. Oh, yeah. Disown. Headphones. What? Anxiety. Suicide. Scars. Niches. Passion. It's gotta be Yuri, come on. Or sensation. Unrestrained. There you go. Hi again, Red Furby. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. What? Yo, what is that photo in the background right there? Is this for keeping your promise, right, for me? I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, what? Oh, come on, like it deserves any slap! You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Not. I think you're overlaid to the text. Monica, can you just scoot? Okay. Natsuki certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps, I don't know, the manga collection in the club room. Monica, or is it me? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Red Furby. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Ryu shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Well, like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget what I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd rather be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could what? Discuss it if you want to. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, isn't this kind of like too zoomed in? Like it's kind of like tilted to the side. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. There you go. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah! Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I want to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how come you have 2 copies of the same book. Uh, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... Uh, that's not what I meant. I mean, just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's a ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. It's an interesting story. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and fixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You really made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Furby? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil,
but because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway! It's
I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts.
I hope
I didn't even get to see that. I kind of forgot to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up seeing something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. That, I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's...
Well, that's true.
In fact,
I might as well get started reading it, right? Oh my...
Yes!
Whoa, that shit scared me. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just
get the book.
I quickly retrieved a book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the book. I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just feeling bad. What? Yo, I might have to pause that, bro. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and pull my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn to the page. Here. Yuri takes your left arm and holds the left side of the book between your thumb and forefinger. Ah! I do the same with my right arm on the side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides under her thumb after it flips to her side. By holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I can feel one of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Huh? Let's turn the page. Ah! Sorry! I think I got a bit distracted for a second. That's over at Yuri's face again and our eyes for me. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ha! That's okay. I'm just used to reading, right? I might be impatient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. You've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as he catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri! Ah. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second-guesses things she says and all that. That's not what you were talking about. Sorry. Oh, that's what you were talking about. That no, okay. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Sorry. Yuri, are you all feeling alright? Yuri has been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. Didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Like me! I need some water too, bro. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Right for a B? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing! Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Oh, I forgot, I need to make her a little bit like... Yuri just does this sometimes. Does this sometimes. So it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Should we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. Make a mental note of where I left off in the book. Then slip it back into my bag. Let's do Natsuki's poem first. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. ...
Question mark? Ruby, you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh.
What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about, right?
Fine. But sorry. You'll get better anyway.
Tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Oh, it's the same dumb poem. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. You said my poem is dumb. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like. I don't like. I liked it. Oh, stop the cap, bro. It's hot dookie, Natsuki. It's like hot buns. Trash. What? Just be honest. I am being honest. It's hot dookie. I don't know about the MC though. I am. See, bro. Why are you so confused that I wouldn't like it? Because I don't! Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. I mean, kinda is. Some people don't even take my writing serious. Yeah. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make it. Yeah, but that's about it! Yes, exactly. Like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Yo, this has gotta be it. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like a setup for a rhyme at the end. Bro, even Sayuri has better but then made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. Guess more into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. No! I think that poem is trash. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't learn anything from your poem. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I kinda expected it, you know? Yeah, I guess not. Decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I would take that away from her. Finally, Hi, Red Furby. Having a good time so far? Yes. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever had any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, wanna share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Red Furby. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Red Verby. I was going. I'm reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. So deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. Know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get that impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for a social interaction, so don't believe her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I don't think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up with withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri. Yeah! Back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Me too. I'm pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Oh, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, it's the same poem. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me! Confused! I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my bird eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there! It's right there! Swallow my fears and brandish my gun! That's a good poem, I guess. So what do you think? It's very freeform, but if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Well, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting up emphasis of the time in between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is being friends with better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. I guess. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Should I show my poem next? I wonder who. Game. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten up. Exceptional! What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. I. It's going to hate me. Really didn't do anything wrong. That's. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. It's the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And I've been through that myself. I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in the new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's that her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. Should be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for... Gotta see that. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, is this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light! The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. That's like perfect cursive. Like, what? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I also like the poem, even though it's short. It was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I actually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, let's write something a little more mild. Seem easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts? You're... Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, right, for me. Really? Must have totally missed the point. I mean, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. My bad. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot of more solemn putting it that way. Solemn. I hadn't even thought of that. It's impressive. Yeah, it's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Red Furby. Me too. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice. Whoa. The music is weird. Even they're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting getting across the room. Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read in tandem, I watched each of their expressions change. Oh no, the big fight. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Bro, this freak. Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki. Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it. You remember me too? So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Referee liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Redford appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I'd deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do over cutesy. Well, you know what? I was the one who's, oh my gosh, who's magically grew in size bigger as soon as Redford started showing up. Okay. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't inform you! Taking out your own insecurities on others like... Oh, what the... And others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki! Me? Look who's talking! You wanna be edgy? Oh my gosh! Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for some of your mental aids to comprehend. See? Just say that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude! You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try! Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri! Oh my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of— oh my gosh! What the heck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Reverend hear everything you really think. Sure, it'll be your head over heels for you after this. Sally turns toward me as she just noticed I was standing here. Yo, what is going on? Red Furby. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it! Alright, what? I'm picking Yuri, I don't care. I'm picking Yuri, I'm picking Yuri. Yuri! 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 Ew, get your face off my screen! Yuri! Yuri! Hey, River, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? No, Yuri, I don't want you on my screen. Get off my screen, get off my screen, get off. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. Go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? Yeah, I think Sari might be a better president than you. Well, she did. Okay. I didn't even talk. Can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, first the music is gonna make me scared. Just makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. Be happy to spend time with you instead. No! I mean, you're kinda bad, but like, Yuri though! Yuri! Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, she's crying. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Yeah, you don't give off! Yeah, bro. Monica, stop. I know you don't feel bad. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it! Yuri is walking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it! I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Red for B, please don't hate me. Please! I'm not like this! There's something wrong with me! It's fine, Yuri. You know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. What does that even mean? Anyway, the meeting's over. So you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. It's just... I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Red B. Would be just embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really... What just happened? Yo, I can't with the yelling. Like, my throat actually hurts. Luke Cage. Fatality. Capable. Tenacious. Explode. Massacre. Nightgown. Oh, that's not. Oh, frick you. Existence. Raindrops. Nah, that's probably sensation. Philosophy. Infallible. What is this? Okay. What is going on, dude? Really? Depression? Fear? Scars? Uncontrollable? Graveyard? Third day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. Gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Red for B. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glanced over her shoulder looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at her desk. I didn't even get to read that. And surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm, pulls me to the corner of her room. About yesterday, I need to apologize. Okay, I'll stop here, guys. I'll save it. There you go. That's about it for today's video. I really hope you enjoy it. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Coming from Japan. Maybe we'll meet at a bar. We'll drive a funky. Maybe we'll meet at a bar. We'll drive a funky. Going down south, I'm gonna have myself a time. Friendly faces everywhere. Homo folks without temptation. I am evil. Burger. Wanna be my Why? 'Cause we're playing Bendy. Why? 'Cause we're playing Bendy. Why? 'Cause we're playing Bendy. It's a game called Melody for a walk in his house. Get to the basement, but watch out, the grouch is waiting. I just gotta open the door and be sneaky. I see a key card, geez, how easy. Oh, wait, what? Yeah, I'm stuck. Is this blue? Ooh, who's that nut? What?